Läuft.
Läuft, ja. Okay. Position is here. Okay.
Alright.
Only 5 questions. Das Problem ist aber, der Po muss ja weg. Du musst näher anlaufen.
Das ist...
Du musst näher. Okay, ich fange an, ja? Bist du fertig?
Warte mal, noch einmal eine Aktion. Okay.
Ist es okay?
Okay.
Good. First question. How would you interpret Gothic and dark wave music?
Sorry, how do we what?
How would you interpret?
Oh.
Interpret or
Interpret.
interpret?
Yes,
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Only school English.
To be perfectly honest, we don't really feel a part of the Gothic scene. I think because we toured with The Cure a few years ago, we kind of get associated with the Gothic scene. But personally, I think we're more into American guitar music or techno and drum and bass music, really, rather than Gothic music.
It's better. Gut, weiter geht's, gell? Second question. Ja. Everybody heard of the clichés concerning Gothic lifestyle. Outfit, attitude, meeting at parties. Do you think the scene has a strong focus, example, on occultism?
I don't really know. I guess some people are into the occult side of it, but we're not. I don't know. I think it's a strong statement that people make by dressing, the way they do. I think it is a strong statement, and I think there's various different kinds of ways of appreciating that kind of music and that scene. And some people are purely into the music, and some people are into other sides of it. So it's up to them really. It's their choice. And
Okay. To which degree is Gothic or dark wave involved with religion matter of any kind?
With religion?
Yeah, religion.
I've no idea. I mean, I don't know. I guess some of the imagery is I think people use the religious imagery, but I don't really think it relates to religion. I think people wear crucifixes, for example, but I don't think it's because they're religious. I think it's just using the iconography, really. I mean, some of the images look as if they've been taken from Catholicism, perhaps, or I think it's more of a fashion thing, really, rather than a religious thing, from what I can gather.
Okay. People seem to be quite unapproachable and vain, maybe even arrogant. Do you think so?
I think a lot of people that are into this scene are quite introspective people, and maybe a bit shy as well. And although I think often when people dress in an extreme way, it's because they're quite sort of introspective, really, and it's a way of expressing themselves. And so I think sometimes they might come across as a bit cool, but they're not necessarily that way. I think they're nice people, but they just, I think in a way it's a form of defence to sort of dress in a very strong way. It kind of makes people keep their distance, but they're probably very warm-hearted underneath.
Okay. last question. In the beginning, Gothic was absolutely underground stuff. Today, Gothic is very commercial stuff. Is this okay so for you? Or it's a big rip-off by the labels today, Gothic, darkly?
Well, I would think it's still quite an underground scene, really, because I think, you know, I think other things are more prevalent these days than the dark wave scene. Especially in England, I think the Gothic scene is very underground, you know. So, I guess it varies in different places. I think in parts of Germany and also in parts of America, there do seem to be quite a strong scene, quite a strong Gothic sort of crowd. But in other places, there's very few. You know, it's not that. It's not, you know, not that well known, I guess.
What are the different between the English Gothic scene and the German Gothic scene?
To be honest, I don't know, because we're not really musically that way. I just think people kind of, like, I think the last time we played in Leipzig, we were invited here because we toured with The Cure. And so people kind of associate us with that scene. And it's not a bad thing, but I just think that we don't really know that much about the kind of music that the guys that are coming to the concert tonight probably do, you know. We've got a bit of a different background musically, but we do have a point where we connect, you know, where they like what we do and we can appreciate their sensibilities. So. But we don't really feel that we're a Gothic band, I have to admit.
Okay, that's all.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, 10 minutes.
Is that okay? Oh, good.
Okay.
Thanks. Bye.